All right, what is this? Sunday night? Uh, Strange happening kind of thing. Not really so much. It's just normal everyday kind of things. I started feeling some little chest pains and things like that, a little heart racing, checked my blood pressure. Everything's fine. They put me on medication several days ago for it, but still it's just off. Then a friend called, having panic attacks. Friend, Mona, who edited my book. And my wife is currently up at the hospital with her, and her boyfriend did show up. So my wife is just hanging out there just a little bit. It's not quite midnight right now, so I'm staying up here just waiting. But I am still feeling it. It's like I don't know if it's her that I'm feeling or what, but I'm feeling it also. It's just like ooh, and she's panicked. You can feel it. It's just like she is panicked, and I'm feeling what she's feeling a little bit. Not what she's totally feeling, but yeah, I'm feeling these same kind of weird chest pains for her, I guess. Yeah, and that started before she called. So, I don't know. Hopefully she'll be okay. So we'll see. Hopefully she'll be okay. The other night, I woke up again at 3 a.m. I actually recorded some video on it at 3 a.m. I've been waking up at 3 a.m. as normal. Normally I do wake up at 3 a.m. And that's one of the reasons I got put on this blood pressure medicine. Just got the prescription probably about 3 or 4 days ago. I've been monitoring it for a week. My blood pressure was going up because I wasn't sleeping. I keep waking up at 3:30 every night, and the doctor figured maybe that's what's making my blood pressure go up. So she actually gave me a prescription for sleeping pills. So I take those every now and then, probably about 5 days a week, taking them to really knock myself out and get some good sleep. And she put me on blood pressure medicine, so it's helping. At least I can sleep now. And when I don't take it, like last night, or was it last night? Yeah, last night, no sleep. Waking up at 3:30. There it is on the clock. And I did record another one. And I held up my tablet and look, here it is again, happening when I don't take a sleeping pill. 3 o'clock, 3:30. It's just every time. It's crazy. But that one time I was trying, I'm not gonna put that clip in here because I'm just like just getting out of bed. It's all crazy, hair everywhere. 3:30 or whatever, 3:15. We're trying to record a video just out of sleep. So what it was is thinking back to my Strange Happening number 70. In there I talked about seeing the source and its true name. It wasn't the source's name. It was just a name I was given, and it matched one of the founder races that my mentor talks about. Now, my mentor was just on our Thursday night meeting. He did a 2-hour presentation, which was excellent as always. I love when my mentor speaks and get to hear him. He had about 55 people on the Zoom call, which is a pretty good number. And he talked about the founder races, and it just relates everything to me. It's just so weird because that name that I got from seeing the source, feeling all that I try to describe in Strange Happening 70. I'll put a link below with the minute count on it. But what I'm trying to describe is what it was like. And the name I was given was the name of one of those founder races that is related to this emerald green color and these symbols and all of this stuff that I put on here. And it's all related to that, including being guardian type things. And it's that name. And that name that was given to me at that time, that was back in teenage years. This wasn't recent. This experience that happened like that, when I say I came back here and it was painful being here at this level of existence, when I say that in Strange Happening 70, that's what I've heard other people call a near-death experience. The problem is, I know that was in my teen years. It was in my teen years, but I can't pin it down to when it happened. And there's a period in my memory that's fragmented. I put it in my book. It's called Trauma. Something happened and my memory's fragmented, and I don't remember a lot of what happened, but it could be in there somewhere because I cannot nail it down. But that is what Carol and some other people I've seen online talking about near-death experiences, is that feeling this overwhelming love. And it was a perfect joy beyond a perfect joy, and music that ever arced upwards, and these sounds. And I guess some people, now terminology I know a little better, they say, these vibrations and frequencies and colors, and it goes on forever kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's what I'm trying to describe. in that Strange Japanese 70 when I talk about music that ever arced upwards. You know, it's just overwhelming. I can remember it, and for a very long time after that happened, I can feel it. And actually, I've talked a little bit about it here, and I go into in my book in more detail about the silver sword and how I use it to, that it's not a weapon, it's a symbol for comfort. And I did that back in the teenage years after the walking experience, and that's what I used to connect to this higher source that I felt at that time for that near-death experience. I try to connect to that with this beam of light from this sword. I know it's insane, right? Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. But this is to help lost souls, and that's what I would use. Trying to make a connection from me to, if you want to call it heaven, whatever you want to call it's out there. I call it source, God, heaven, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's something beyond my comprehension. I've got a tiny little brain. You know, it's beyond my comprehension. But I remember it. And for the longest time after that happened, I could still feel it. I mean, for a very, very long time, years and years and decades, I could feel it. And now I've kind of lost that feeling, but I still remember it really clearly. I remember it. But reaching out and trying to touch that and guide lost souls to that, if you want to call it heaven or what you want to call it, that's what I did. And I go into more detail in the book about that process with lost souls and the silver sword and all that. But that was even back in teenage years. And the more I hear people talking about these near-death experiences, I'm starting to realize, is that what that was? When I'm trying to talk about it, I say coming back here hurt. It hurt to be back here because it was so overwhelming. Perfect joy beyond a perfect joy. It was beyond anything I can comprehend. And that's what I'm trying to describe. And I think it was a near-death experience, but I cannot pin it down. But it happened back in teenage years. And because I can't pin it down, I'm wondering if that's when it happened. It's in that period of my memory that I can't remember. I mean, there was an event that happened that I can't remember, and it's fragmented. But I'm wondering if that's when it happened. I have a video out here about drowning and feeling like it's being drowned kind of thing. I wonder if that's when it happened. I can't pin it down. I honestly cannot pin it down. I've tried. I recorded that video the other day, 3 a.m. My hair was all crazy, and that was probably about 3 or 4 days ago, something like that. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I'm not going to put it out here because it's all crazy. I'm talking about it now. But that's what I'm talking about. And I've been thinking about that for days now, and I cannot pin it down. Still cannot pin it down.